Another day in the USA, just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the system set us up for failure. I just want to make enough to pay dividends, then invest in black businesses. They teach us to hate what we see in the mirror, but it can't break our spirit. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
Hey, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now it in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. Shorty wanna me cousin wearing gold. I came up and made it happen, I was by the stove. Big inside this cases once do me dirty, I'ma find you lay your out on the floor. 19 with a I got rich by myself, rather do this alone. I wasn't asking for no help, they keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt. Boy, I work hard for the seat and I ain't crazy how last year was on my garage. Now I'm in a good position for this life, can't sabotage. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now it in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. I got tattoos on my face, I use that as motivation. I can never get a job, so for my dream I'm dedicated. For a second, lost myself, I was too busy getting busy. Now they see me out in public and be knowing what my name is. All these rappers want the clout and the life of being famous. I just wanna be stable, tell my family we made it. I was coming for my spot, a young had to be patient. Now I'm running up, these bands can hit the island for vacation. I've been on my haters, you could say I'm constipated. 5 racks on his fit, just to stunt while I'm in Vegas. On my body, shout out to my Caleb Young. Got the cake up, now these wanna date us. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now it in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On first down, Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, partner, that was not a good omen right there. The very first play from scrimmage, and you just want to give yourself a nice, simple throw and hopefully get yourself into a rhythm. That is the last thing you're expecting. And now you put your defense in a tough spot right from the word go.
Wilson A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Come on, let's go.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
On second down, here's Wilson. His pass caught at the 4. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Antonio Callaway, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. They run it with Carson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On second down, here's Smith. And incomplete on the deep ball. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Took right.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A gain of 32 that time. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
They'll toss it out to Carson. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now Smith. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. T.J. Green with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Shotgun.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
14, running.
On 3rd down, Wilson looking long for Westbrook. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Charles Harris in there to sack him for a loss of 6. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They go play action now. Wilson, he'll buy some time right. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Zebra.
Now Wilson to throw on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Play action. Now Wilson sliding out of the pocket. Looking for Shep. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Janikowski adds the extra point. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Double.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Ito Smith, his first carry. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now out comes Minnesota. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Jenkins leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On second down, Wilson looking deep downfield. And got his man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence, because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
To throw on second down is Smith. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Smith. Throw left side complete. It's Bryant. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Looking downfield for Dez. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
3 down. 19. 12.
Here's Wilson to throw. Eluded, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Jordan Jenkins in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
To throw on 2nd down. McDaniel, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Bears on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. McDaniel. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Give him 30 yards there. Wilson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Shotgun.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Muhammad Wilkerson. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
0-0.
Now it's Wilson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a 3rd-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. 3-19.
After the penalty, it's Smith. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Off the play fake. McDaniel. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. In for the score. And the Bears cut into that lead.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out comes Minnesota. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And it's incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The give is to Jones. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Wilson now on 3rd down. Open man is Westbrook, complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Good combo. Good combo. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. It's our time. It's our time. Be ready for one word. Be ready for one word.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. Jones breaking from the contact. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down. The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Janikowski good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles Harris in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDaniel throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
To throw on 3rd down. McDaniel. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
They'll try and throw for it here. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Frank Clark, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Jones. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
All right, here we go.
They run again with Carson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off play action. McDaniel. He sets to fire deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
All right, here we go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Flush to his right. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Play action. It's Wilson. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Oh, what a move. All the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. Janikowski adds the extra point. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, It's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Bears on third down, as bad as you can be, 0 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Detroit! Detroit!
Off the play fake, McDaniel. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Frank Clark in there to get him for a loss of 5. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. Janikowski good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of it.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Off play action. McDaniel. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's a backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, McDaniel. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Back to the air on second down. McDaniel over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Hey, alert 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw again. And incomplete here on third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback, but when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
All right, here we go.
Off the play fake, McDaniel. Bryant with a catch right side. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 1st and 10, McDaniel. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Off play action. McDaniel. That's going to be caught. That one goes for 24 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
From back at the 8 now after the false start. Another try at 1st and goal.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
Operating from the gun. McDaniel. And incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Green 39. Green 39.
To throw on 2nd down. McDaniel. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
You got three, brother. Gotta go.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big run there by Jones. 76 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
14.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A give to Jones. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. And they take a knee. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And they work this out past the 25. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 1st down. McDaniel. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they